Fire! Don't worry, it's just a drill. Here we are at Don White in Wellingborough Flooring, and we are having some electrical inspection works carried out by our friends at Drayton Electrical.
Hello everybody, I hope you're well and that you had a lovely Easter. Easter traditionally for us as a business is a very busy time of year, and this year is no exception. As we come out of the winter months, activity on site starts to ramp up, and I think this year that's been compounded by the fact that obviously we've had lockdowns and there's government incentives to keep building, such as the freeze on stamp duty. There's concerns over material shortages out there, but as a business we're working incredibly hard to ensure that that doesn't impact us and doing a fantastic job with that. A result of that is that sites are calling off probably more materials than they need at this exact point in time, just to make sure that they've got the goods on site. So I'm working very closely with Cheryl, Kay and Molly at this point in time, just to manage that excess bulk of material and work with the sites and the site agents and the buyers to make sure they've got exactly what they need when they need it. Big thank you to everyone, business development, production, call-offs, who are also helping manage that whole process and liaise with sites, liaise with the buyers, and just make sure that we're keeping communication levels as high as possible. Okay, that's everything from me. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Exciting times in timber frame as we prepare to manufacture 2 large bespoke plots very soon. We're taking further steps to get the factory all set up and ready to go for that. Alongside that, we're putting together documentation to become an STA Sure accredited and CATG frame mark approved, which will really add to our client offering. We're currently looking for additional Kickstart applications for timber frame production operatives and a team leader for the timber frame factory. So if you know of anyone that would suit either role, then applications over to me, please. Here's our Kickstart estimator Aaron with a brief insight to his role within the team.
Hi, my name is Aaron. I'm a timber frame estimator trainee. I started back in February, and since then I've just been working on inquiries for timber frame. We've had timber frame inquiries come in pretty much a couple every week, and when I'm not doing that, I'm getting to grips with designing and understanding how that works. Since I've started, I've done lots of projects, some large, some the single homes, and then lots of plots. Some of them, such as personal homes and Miller homes, they've been sometimes 100 plots on them. But so far it's been all going well. I've adapted well to doing the markups, the inquiries, making the quotes and everything. So it's all going well. Everyone's pretty cool. I've been getting to grips with CAD and Bluebeam. CAD for the designing part, and then Bluebeam is for the markups for timber frames. It's been going well. I've learned a lot from the two working with me, and yeah, it's good. So that's it.
Hi everyone, so I'm just going to be going through a new approval process that we have in place at the moment. So the approval process was something that was already actually in place. It just wasn't keeping the designers or productioners up to date as needed to be. So a few months ago, the approval process was me pulling off the call-off list every week and sending it to the designers on a Monday morning. So they would actually have to go through about 30 sheets of call-offs to see what was theirs, what date it was going out, and whether it needed to be approved or not. So how it works now is I actually pull off the call-off list every day, and I log all the information into an Excel sheet. It sorts it into date, it sorts it into designers, what customer it is, and what plots are being called off. I still then email the designers, but I only email what's theirs, so they don't need to go through any sheets. They just have what they need in front of them to see what needs to be approved, what is already approved, and what they're waiting for the customer to be approved, or if they need to send anything off for approval. So if out of that list there are things that are already approved, they either update the matrix, or I update it for them, or they then wait for the customer to get back to them on approvals, and they keep me updated throughout the week to see what needs to be told, what won't be approved for next week. I can also go through the Z drive, and that can tell me what might be approved in the list that I have, and if it's in the Z drive, I then highlight all of the things that are in the Z drive green, but then I go back to the designer to make sure that they are actually approved. And throughout the week, I also update any dates. So if any call-offs have changed dates, if they've moved to the week after, if they've moved to a couple of weeks, I update the Excel sheet daily. So then everything gets updated and the designers know where they stand with everything. So towards the end of the week, I then email production what isn't approved, so they know what won't be going for the next week. That then keeps them updated, but hopefully everything should have gone through that was for the next week. If not, production know what won't be going, and the designers are also kept up to date with everything as well. This whole process just makes everything a little bit easier and helps to keep the designers up to date, helps to keep production up to date, and everyone's just in the know of what's going on and what can go out for production the week after. Thank you, bye.
So a monthly operational update for you. Looking at inbound calls, we saw an increase of 35% on incoming calls to the customer experience team compared to February. And if we take this first quarter of 2021 as a whole, we finished just short of 8,000 inbound calls. So what that means for the CET is that individually they've each handled over 1,300 calls each since the beginning of this year. Some of you may already be aware that Steph has moved out of the customer experience team and is now working alongside Alicia in processing of incoming call-offs. So Steph will mainly be responsible for trust calling off, and Alicia will continue to oversee joist call-offs as well. Looking at call-off figures and values for the month as a whole, in a similar picture to February, joist call-offs were slightly above trust call-offs, but the gap has narrowed, so it was a 52 to 48% ratio in favour of joists over March. And in terms of call-off value, there was a much more significant jump from February to March than we saw in January to February. I mentioned in last month's update the launch of Pro across the business. Pro has now been live for well over a full month, and in March we saw a total of 66 Pros raised, which is really encouraging, and looking forward to seeing some emerging trends coming out of that across the next couple of months as it continues to be embedded across the business.
Hello, it's Emma from Finance. Just wanted to give you a quick payroll update. We have been very busy with the payroll tax year end, but that is all now complete. You should now be able to view your P60s on the Sage online portal. If you are having any difficulties with that, then please don't hesitate to contact us and we can help you out with that. Thanks, bye.
Hi everyone, quick update from the world of trusses for March. Unbelievable result really for March considering what we were going through this time last year. We've hit some record numbers across all of the 4 branches. As a collective, we've knocked out just under 14,000 trusses out of the yard, which is an incredible achievement. So big credit to Tom, Steve and Mike and the teams for getting consistently great results every week. Especially given the fact that we're now at the end of 2 4-day weeks, which we've done our very best to try and cram 5 days worth of work into. The state of the house builders at the minute, the demands are there, so we will try and keep meeting them. Thanks to everyone that came in over the bank holiday to complete the stock take. It's a very important part of the business every quarter to try and make sure we're on track of what we're doing. So that's about it for the trusses. Thank you very much. See you all next month.
Hi guys, it's Alicia and Connie here from the call-off and production team. It's just a quick update on how we're doing. In regards to joist call-offs and trusses, it's been extremely busy. I've started doing trusses and joist call-offs. We've now got Steph on the team who's been helping out on trusses, so it's been a major help. So the team's just expanding more and more, and yeah.
Yeah, and from a joist production point of it, as you can imagine, when call-offs are busy, production is as busy as ever. We've hit 2 record-breaking weeks in the past 4 weeks. We're hitting figures that we haven't been able to hit since the RML acquisition, and we're just getting busier and busier. Everyone just needs to keep up the good work.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Colleen from the Business Development team. I hope everyone's well. Over the past few months, we've noted an increase in the house building figures. This is mainly down to the continuation of the stamp duty holiday and also more readily available mortgage deals on the market. This translates into increased inquiries into the business and call-off volumes increasing. This has a knock-on effect on our design, estimating and production teams. As a business development team, we have stepped up our communications with the buyers and the sites to assist the production effort, and this has helped on many occasions. We feel that this is going to improve over the next couple of months.
Hello from HR in Wellingborough. I hope you all had a nice Easter break. You will have seen a few emails from me recently, one about our YouManage HR system. Thank you very much for everybody for taking the time to activate your accounts. Hopefully you've all had a chance to have a look around now, add your personal details that we requested along with your next of kin details and your nationality data. So thank you for doing that. Obviously this is the way that you'll book your annual leave going forwards as well, so hopefully the system's working for you there. If you have any questions or feedback, please do let us know. We're on the HR email through there or the intranet. Obviously everyone's really busy at the minute, which is really good, but also remember just to look after yourselves, look after your colleagues, offer support where you can, and don't forget that we've got company resources available if you need it. On that, the people that previously had Perk Box will have also had an email to say that we've transferred over to a company called Lime Bee Honey. So again, you should have had your login details for that. If you haven't already had a look, please do go in and register. Again, that's where the new employee assistance program, and there's a lot of wellbeing resources available on there for you as well as all the employee discounts and things like that. So do make sure you have a look at that as well. Yeah, I think that's everything from me this month. There's a few other bits in the newsletter below. All right, take care, see you soon.